Hello guys, this is Tribal Football and it's the Road to AFCON show where we give you all the insightful analysis, information, education, even behind the scenes happening going down in Morocco. In case you don't know, the AFCON starts in about 15 days and Morocco, the host country, will entertain Comoros in the grand opening, and we're here to uncover every major highlight going down in Morocco 2025. And of course, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be in action, and we are here to talk about the activities, the build-up, the analysis, the team list, and of course, all the controversies and happenings on the show. So you're going to expect a fantastic ride from now till the end of the AFCON and even beyond, because there's going to be a proper preview of the AFCON. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just delve into today's edition. And we're talking about Ekong, who came out and said, hey, guys, thank you very much. After I did 3 caps, I'm no longer worthy to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the team list. We'll talk about Eric Chelle, who said the reason we didn't go to the World Cup was because of voodoo. What do the guys think? Talking about the guys, I have Modo Victor on set, and of course, my homeboy Okechukwu Ezekiel. Welcome, guys. How you doing?
So I am fine, but who tell you say Ekong say he's no longer wanted?
Baba, if once you say I know they play again, say thank you very much. I don't pass my level now. 35 years in the 3 caps. Come on, Modo. What do you,
that's just my thing. Like, I'm not worthy. I just have to look like.
Okay.
Since when is when?
Take it back.
Wait.
Take it back. Take it back. Ekong is still worthy.
Thank you.
But he doesn't want to play for the Super League.
Ekong Captain Fantastic is still worthy to play for the green, white, green. He just said he thinks it's time to call it quits.
Okay, when you think it's time to call it quick, does it not mean that in this moment I cannot give my all and therefore I'm not worthy to wear this jersey in this my current situation or iteration or whatever you call it?
Not necessarily. It can basically just mean that I have served this country diligently for so long.
Okay.
There are other young ins coming in, and there's a different way I can serve the nation, and I feel that I can leave this playing stage for more young players to come through, serve through playing while I serve through a different way. I don't sound like prayer.
But you know, he's absolutely right. We have seen players across football history, right? Yeah. They're at the very top level and they retire. They don't need to retire.
Is Ekong at the top level?
He still play professional football.
Hang on. Is he at the top level? That's the question. The captain of the country, it's just like Joseph Yobo, 2013 AFCON.
Yeah.
He went there, he went as the inspirational leader, but he was no longer at the top of the game. How many games did he start? We saw the World Cup qualifiers. Did Ekong start? No. They say, Ekong, you are my guy. I love you so much, inspirational leader. But maybe on what is not the right one.
Yes,
it's absolutely not the right one.
Yes,
I take it back. I take it back.
Look at the camera and apologize.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Ekong is not
apologize. Captain Fantastic. But guys, did it come to you as a shock? Okay, let me start with you.
Well, no, not really, right? Like you said, he had already basically lost his place from the national team. He wasn't a starter anymore.
Yeah.
Others were starting ahead of him, right? And we now saw that whole bra that happened before our game against Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, what is going on, this and that. The players it's a strike. I don't know what else to call it. It was a strike over supposedly unpaid wages and whatnot. Yeah. Then that happened. The only player that you now heard from when it was resolved was only Ekong, saying that all is resolved
captain
and whatnot.
As
the captain, you think that, which is not a thing, because previously when things like this happen, you hear other players talk.
Yeah.
But it's like as if everybody just pulled out and be like, no, this time. So he says that everything is resolved. We beat Guinea-Bissau, we get knocked out versus Gabon again.
Gabon. We beat Gabon.
So we beat Gabon. And we get knocked out versus DR Congo. Then you now have a situation in which that you're not starting the provisional list of the Super Eagles comes out.
Yeah.
It is 54. We're basically carrying a whole national pool.
Yeah.
54, and there are already rumors coming out that he might not make it for any reason. Be it.
Sorry to cut your line of thoughts. You talked about rumors. Modo, do you think this was a forced retirement? Because the stories I before coming on set, I saw a story from a reliable source, and the person said Ekong already had a hint, or he was told that he was not going to make the finalists, and instead of facing the ignominy of being excluded officially, he decided to retire. Do you buy that sentiment?
Okay, so first of all, it came as a shock to me that he stepped down. More so because when this news broke about a week and a half, I saw it first on Mike the Pundit's page about a week and a half ago, where he said Ekong told the players he would not play. And normally, I forgo meet players confirm. But I asked him personally, and he said that no. You understand? But then eventually he dropped the video and retired yesterday. So it really came as a shock to me. Now, on the issue of if I think he was forced to retire, let me just say this, right?
Okay.
As much as I will be, well, see, direct to the point.
Okay.
The strike that was embarked on by players was endorsed by every player in camp, right? Everybody stood on that position. In short, they waited until they were complete to do that strike. They declared the strike when they were complete. It was not Ekong's strike. It was not to Siemens strike. It was not Moses Simon's strike. You get, it is a strike that they insisted together and had planned it will happen before those games. Right? So it's not what Ekong did. You cannot. So why I do not lean on the he was forced to retire, right? Is because I know that the strike was not his decision. It was a team decision, right? So except you're saying okay, so I can buy the idea of he was forced to retire if I notice that over the next 1 month, 2 months, some key leaders of the team are forced out of the team. And I'll say, oh, maybe he was forced out. But to me, at this current moment, Ekong was not forced. Ekong decided that it's time to call it quits with the national team. From what I know, as it vis-a-vis the structure and organization of that strike, because players were complete. Osimhen, everybody was there when they then said that we are not training. It's not that Ekong, and then him addressing the press and saying we'll talk about it at the end of it, right? It's just the captain's role. He is the team spokesperson. He is the team. In short, even ahead of the game against DR Congo, the coach said he was not going to do the interview because it was not compulsory as per the rules. But Ekong did a pre-match interview on behalf of the team. So he is like the team player spokesperson as the captain of the side.
Don't you think the failure to qualify for the World Cup?
Yes.
Nigerians felt heads, at least one head should roll. No, and relax now. And the fact that it didn't sit well with some top NFF officials. Maybe it was convenient for his head to roll than one of theirs. Okay, so see, personally, right? Why I say it's a suspect time. If there's a gun to his head that he has to retire, right? No player will support the gun to his head just before the AFCON because he's still the team official spokesperson, the captain of the side. And no matter what we think about the fact that he didn't start the World Cup qualifiers or the last game of the World Cup qualifiers and that we played before the playoffs, he still can do a duty and a job with the national team, and we've seen him do over shot. A lot of people question Eric Chelle, why Chidozie Awaziem came on in the 9 minutes of extra time instead of Ekong, because we knew that he is the best penalty taker of the side and has been the penalty taker for the side for at least 2 to 3 years. So him retiring at this point, if I was NFF and I want to punish you for leading the strike, I won't do that. The AFCON, right?
You think so?
Because everybody is going to say, now we do one. You gotta come on. See, if I won't commit crime, I go down in a way point me straight. But it was outside. It was out of the starting 11. His influence in the first team has waned on the field. The person that took him out is injured, long-term injury. Benjamin Frederick injured for long. What if the new people you think you will call don't gel immediately?
And the argument will be that it wasn't Benjamin Franklin. It was Benjamin Frederick.
Yes.
Frederick is a right back.
He's a centre back through and through.
He has been playing right back since he entered the
national team.
Depending on whatever formation Chelle is playing, but usually
right back.
Right?
Mostly though.
Shemi Ajayi came back. Shemi Ajayi takes that position. They shift Benjamin out also because Ola Aina is injured. We know when he's back. That is usually our position. So you can be like, okay, Frederick is injured. Do you want to put a 35-year-old William on the right? No. So what I'm saying is because what Edwin said is that his spot in the national team is done. Yeah, he might be the spiritual leader or whatnot.
I don't think his spot is gone.
Okay.
From what we have seen from qualifying.
You know what, guys? We'll get to the ripple effect of his retirement with respect to the AFCON and what it means for the Super Eagles. But let's continue with Troost Ekong and his legacy with the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Okay. He
made his debut in 2015.
Okay.
He retired in 2025. That's 10 years of fantastic service for the national team. Okay, Chuku. Now, I listened to a very good friend of mine, and he sort of gave a divided opinion. And this is my take. Now, you can look at it from one angle. The guy who played 83 times for Nigeria, the guy who scored about 5 goals for Nigeria, who was MVP at the AFCON. I think the highest scoring defender in the history of the African Cup of Nations. You can also look at it from the prism of it was part of the team that failed to qualify for 2 consecutive World Cups. Where do you stand? What is Troost Ekong's legacy with the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Isn't that the duplicity of man? Isn't that the duplicity of man? You can always make an argument for and against almost all the great players ever in the game. Ronaldo is the easy example. I know we're talking about Ronaldo, the greatest, to many the greatest player of all time. Ronaldo doesn't have a World Cup knockout goal. Automatically, you'll be like, you can't be serious. Yeah. How can the greatest player of all time not have a single World Cup goal? You can go to Ronaldo, the Brazilian one, right? Yeah. Considered one of the greatest strikers of all time, right? League. And didn't win the Champions League ever. You feel like, what kind of thing is that? Right? We can go round and round. Yes, I think that for his generation, again, I have to put for his generation, I don't think we are talking about anybody but the best defender we have had, undoubtedly. To me, undoubtedly, the best defender we have had. Yes, he was part of a team that didn't qualify for 2 World Cups. That is terrible.
But he played at the World Cup.
He played at 2018. Yeah. Yes, he didn't qualify for 2 World Cup. Agreed, right? He has played in 1 World Cup, and that will look bad on him because guess what? Who was the captain when we didn't qualify for the World Cup? At least this time, the first time he can say I was vice captain or whatnot. Yeah, shall see captainship. but I think that you look at it that it will be mixed and bad. I think when you look at his whole Super Eagles career, out of a 10, you give the 7. He won an MVP in this last tournament that he played in. Yeah. He was I think the 3rd highest goal scorer in the tournament or something. Right? He was fantastic. He was arguably our best player, either him or Lookman, our best player at the AFCON. He has a bronze medal for Nigeria AFCON. Yeah. He has a silver medal, right? Maybe he would have won a gold medal if he had gone for this, just stepping up. Yeah, so it is a bad look. But I don't think that you look at his career for the Super Eagles and be like, this has been rubbish.
No. You can never say nothing in agreement.
Not possible. No, but to get to 3 caps, don't be doing so.
Bro.
No. Even for ordinary club, when they play week in, week out, then imagine for national team over a space of 10 years. 83 caps as a central defender, no easy. Mostly one that's not even the tallest.
Would have been more without injuries?
Yes. Like, for one that's not even the tallest. See, Ekong's legacy is cemented at national team level. Call it whatever you might. He said it clearly from the Stephen Keshi call to being the member of the Igbo War with Leon Balogun to going all the way to becoming vice captain and now well, I don't know if he let's leave that captain matter because the member but we keep him moving and but his legacy of Super Eagles is locked in stone and cannot be insulted, tainted, played with, toyed with, or whatever. In short, there's something he did that Nigerians are not used to. I call it living when the ovation is loudest.
Yeah.
Right? And stepping down at this, I mean, it paid me die that Ekong won't be at the AFCON, right? But stepping down at this time does one thing for Ekong. You understand? Like, we know they retire for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nobody they retire.
Yeah. He's just going to oblivion.
They're just going to oblivion.
No be which day here Joseph you go do retirement match. After I don't stop with this, we know they retire for Nigeria. Yeah, if you take now, people still dey plenty where they wait. But we know they retire. For Ekong to walk out and retire at this point when he could have comfortably still played at the AFCON and been a part of that team and still gotten games, I come out this cap from it's no easy.
So what does it mean for the team at the AFCON? Because Benjamin Fredericks is out.
Okay.
Troost Ekong is out.
Yeah.
Now, this AFCON is peculiar because it's held in December, first time.
It's cold.
Not just the cold, it's the fact that teams don't have enough time to prepare. Unlike the summer where you have about 2-3 weeks of camping, where this European season is out. You have basically 5-6 days to camp and be at AFCON. So you don't have enough time to test and prepare. Now, how do you see Eric Chelle, Modo? How do you think he's going to work around this? His selection, his players. How do you think he's going to not just mitigate, but give us a team capable of competing in the absence of someone as influential as William Troost-Ekong?
So the first thing we're going to miss is a leader. A leader that there's this thing. Okay, let us give you an example. When Nigeria lost to DR Congo, right? Ekong did this thing where all the players came out from the tunnel, and before they came out, it was already agreed that you can actually pass. You don't have to talk to the press. You can pass. I'm going to wait behind and address the questions from the journalists that are probably pissed off and are carrying the anger of Nigerians on their back as they want to ask questions, right? So even when they were, Calvin Bassey, I mean, the players that had Ekong will speak as they were going. Calvin Bassey stops and some of us that he knows and stopped to answer, and he was like, "Skip, I can answer." I said, "Yeah, sure, no. If you're up to it, answer. That's fine." But the point was that because they expected the mood from the press and mood from Nigerians will be that of we won't break on our head today. He's there to answer those questions instead. While the other players go and sort their emotions out. You understand? So first of all, a leader is missing. Now I know we'll say, oh, maybe he takes the handband, or maybe Simon takes the handband. And some are campaigning that was supposed to take the handband. But the point is that leader in that position, right, has left, and that's the main thing we are going to miss. A leader that allows it, just like what Eric Chelle does. There will be a player and he will say, "It's just my guys, I'll work on it." He doesn't throw the blame towards the players. That's what Ekong does too. He puts himself in front of a firing line, trade at me, don't worry, leave my team out of it. So primarily, they'll miss a leader.
You raised a very important point here when you talked about captain.
Yeah.
Now, so you and I know, say Ahmed Musa never retired. Ahmed Musa hasn't retired either from club football or national team football. Unofficially, he is the captain of the national team. Now,
officially.
Officially he's the captain of the national team.
Yep.
Unofficially, he's retired. So
now you retire.
I said unofficially now.
Ahmed Musa is our captain.
Allegedly.
So we've seen Ekong as the captain. We've seen what's his name, Wilfred Ndidi, as the captain. Now going to the AFCON, Okechukwu, who's the best fit to lead the Super Eagles of Nigeria in Morocco?
This is a problem because I've been thinking about it. Immediately announced his retirement. I'm not, of course, we're not talking about player there, but just what he brings, captainship quality.
Yeah.
For all that it is, right, and of course our best player is Osimhen. Osimhen shouldn't be the captain. I think that puts more pressure on him.
Okay.
Like you see Osimhen play, he's the dying breed of forward, called the power forward. He's running everywhere, he's doing everything. Don't give him the pressure of having to check what his teammates are doing and answering the press and whatnot. Leave Osimhen alone. So let's drop, and that just cut out our whole forward line. Let's drop into midfield.
Yeah.
Ndidi, you will be the one that you think should just take it as because of how long he should be.
Yeah.
Ndidi. But you look at Ndidi and you say, does Ndidi have captainship quality? The same way that the charisma, the same way that we think about what Troost-Ekong was.
Yeah.
Do you want to give that to Ndidi? And I don't think so, right? Yes, he has been the longest in the national team, him and Iwobi.
Yeah.
They have been the longest in the national team, but I don't.
Moses Simon.
But I don't think that Ndidi is the one. Everybody else in the defense is probably.
So who you think say go be captain?
Bro.
If you don't want to give Ndidi, you don't want to give Simon. Who you want to give
I'll
him?
give it to Iwobi.
Why Iwobi?
Most cap player, yeah.
Why Iwobi?
I'll give Iwobi. Aside from, like you said, the caps, I think Iwobi has been at stages with both Nigeria and of course with club sides that pressure was enough. Let's not forget he came out from Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal were not the current day Arsenal, right? But you come out from one of the biggest teams in football from young age. You already know that spotlight is currently on you because guess what? You are failing at 17 or 18 Arsenal. The press will hound you. English press don't care.
Yeah.
Everybody is getting it. So you have that. moves on to Everton when he was a dumpster fire, right? He was part of the team that worked themselves out of that dumpster fire. Now he's doing well in Fulham, right? Arguably, you might say he has been their best player so far this season. So I think that he has been in enough places that is pressure. And when you hear him talk, either on the pitch or off the pitch, he's someone that seems eloquent and calm and collected. He's not just going off and saying some wild things. You're like, my goodness, you don't want to do that.
I think you've changed Modo's mind. But Modo, are you sticking with the obvious name that flies in our face?
Nothing do my mind. Yeah, in the see. Let us be clear, right?
Okay.
In the absence of Ekong,
yeah,
the captain of the side currently is Wilfred Ndidi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fact, you get. There is no leadership quality you want to ascribe to Iwobi that Ndidi does not have. There's nothing in life that Iwobi has gone through that Wilfred has. In short, Wilfred has arguably seen a lot more shaggy and come out of it. You understand? See, the national team has a particular peculiar dynamics, right?
Yeah.
The players themselves know who they become captain already, right? The last time where a coach come say one use Agidi, may change them, Sunday only say, it scatter everything. Goalkeeper retire, leave am for them. Make problem solved. Now beg and come back.
Yeah.
You understand? The players themselves for that group, they know who be captain. They know who be the next person. You understand? Good and fine. Osimhen on the pitch, starts the press, moves the ball forward. Yes, but Baba among themselves, they don't know who be skipper like this. You get. So on who's going to get captain? To me, it is a forgotten conclusion. The captain of national team for this AFCON is Wilfred Ndidi, except Eric Chelle wants to sit down and shoot himself inside the Broncos. If not, that captain is Ndidi.
All right, interesting conversations, guys. I don't know, Modo, your blood just is. I don't say the World Cup will not qualify. You see this are your blood.
Especially as draw. Yeah. Oh my God.
So here's what we'll do. We'll go on the short break, catch our breath. When we return, like I said, it's going to be exciting conversation from now to the AFCON and even beyond the AFCON. All you have to do is follow Tribal Football, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend that this is the best place to be when you want pure premium AFCON content. We'll be back. Welcome back, Tribal Football. It is the road to AFCON. We've had some quite insightful conversation, and there's more. This time, we're looking at the list of the Super Eagles. 54 players invited. Waiting happen. See, these clubs will not release their players until I think December 15th.
Yeah.
That's some 5 days before the AFCON. So why invite 54? Please, someone help me understand why the coach, the NFF, invited 54 players.
See, it's simple, right?
53 now.
Oh, 53 now. Yes, and 53 now. So in the first place, right from time, they were going to drop a 28-man list before,
which I believe he has
before
dropped.
Camp opened.
Which I believe he did.
So to me,
who can answer the remaining 24?
No. So to me personally, he dropped that 54-man list. Whether you can say he dropped and stopped at 45 and then people helped him move it up to 54. But the point is, the reason for that 54-man list is to give him a bigger pool, right? So he's more like... Let me explain. So these are the 28 players that I want.
Yes.
Right? However, as expected, something feed do one person, feed do two persons.
How about you put 5 to 7 on standby?
No.
It's just 5. You cannot get the 54 before the tournament. It's 5 days before the tournament.
I never heard the more the merrier.
No, see, I totally agree. But see, bro. But is there any rule that says you cannot drop the full 54?
There's no rule. But there's something called common sense.
So move with it. If there's no rule that says you can't drop a 54, then you move with it. Drop the list and move on. Even if you have 28 you want to use, drop them. Drop the full list, maybe for drop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are some names there that we can ask you drop them, but it's your bloody business. Drop the full 54. 54 names are there. They will cut it down to 28. I made a deal like that.
All right, guys. Here's the team, man. Some interesting names, familiar names here. Stanley Wabale, of course, will be here. In defense, you expect the likes of Calvin Bassey or Lino to make the list. Semi Ajayi. In midfield, you know the Wilfred and the Iwobi we talked about. Maybe Onyedika might finally have some game time. Forward, you know what to expect. But guys, let's talk about the names that stand out here. Who
and our new names?
Yes, Modo. Let's even come from the NPFL angle. 5 players from the NPFL. Are these the best players in the NPFL? And what is the percentage? Let's do a bit of math. What is the percentage of any of them
having chance of
making the finalist?
Okay, so in the first place, let me use the word. I saw a tweet from this guy, Mike the Pundit, that does a lot of MPFL transfers and news, and he said something referencing the Chan team. That he said that that the Chan failing was not his problem, but taking players that were not ordinarily the best in the MPFL and then also using them wrongly was his problem. And he feels that there's an effort to ensure the MPFL is poorly represented, because according to him and according to me, these are not the best players as per their positions in the MPFL today. Off the top of my heart, right? If you're looking for among the forwards invited, if you're looking for a forward that is going to have a chance of breaking in, you pick someone that can offer what other players ordinarily cannot offer. You understand? You have to pick the best. See, for home-based players, right? If you do, you die. If you don't do, you die. So at least in attempting to do, push your best legs. I don't think these are the best legs the MPFL could have pushed forward at this time. Respect to all the players on the list, respect to their clubs, their managers, whatever it is, but I don't think they're the best players, and quite frankly, I don't think that anybody in that list at this moment, right, has a chance at being at the AFCON. So the one with the most chance at being at the AFCON is Ebenezer Akot, that plays for Sporting Lagos at the NNL, because he can go under the future Eagles plan, same plan that Victor Osimhen went under to AFCON 2019. You are not necessarily coming to play, you're coming to bond with the team, because we believe that you're the future of tomorrow. Exactly. That is the only person I think has a chance to be at the AFCON from the local leagues.
Again, the percentage, like I said, you didn't give us a number.
It's 0% now. Aside from your base AFCON, it's 0%. It's 0% now.
Okay, Chuku, how about you? What do you make of the list?
Well, when it was first announced, I was like, so 54 players.
Yeah.
Wow, here we are. That's a whole national pool. You literally picked up a whole national pool.
I swear.
To look at, does Latvia have as much as 54 players in the national pool? Yeah. Basically, but in a country of about 220 million, you can pick as much as you want. So we know that will get cut down to 28 at the end of the day. And there are some people there, as I'm going to call a name, that will surprise a lot of people that was surprised he was there. Ola, I know, not because of ability, but this has been someone that has been injured for a while.
Yeah.
So he's clearly not match fit. No, again, not of ability. I get what you're. It's not of ability.
I think
it's not of ability. Of ability, he's our starting right back. But someone that has been injured for a while. I'm not saying that if he's fit, he's playing. I said this before. I think he was the best right back in the league last season.
In the
Premier League last season. So why not? He should be around. Right? But considering that he has been injured for major,
but he is back to grass training.
Yes, he's different.
He's on a path to recovery.
And I'm going to use a name that has had a terrible season so far, and he missed the whole preseason. He wasn't injured though, just missed the whole preseason. Isaac.
Okay.
Missed a
No, you are even going too far. Let's not go too far. We have someone on this list.
Look,
and you saw his performances.
Qualifying so far when
stinkers
because he didn't get
the ability is there, the talent is there,
and he was fit to just that because of his issues with Atalanta didn't get it. Now we're not talking about someone that has missed the season through injury, not that he was benched, through injury, didn't play, do a preseason, has missed, and you want to bring him on. We're going to say stinker.
I will gamble.
I
will gamble with Ola Aina be fit for knockout phases and put him in the team. Remember, not a 23-man list, not a 24, a 28-man list, of which the FF will take care of the rest. Bros, I will do that gamble and put Ola Aina in the team, hoping that he's going to have enough run of training to be available for knockout. Because, bros, one or two players will make that difference.
You cannot. So while I agree that you can gamble,
what about Osimhen?
I agree you can.
Osimhen has played this season.
Osimhen's projection for his injury was meant to be 5 weeks.
But he's back.
The last time I went to do Robo, do Juju put, brought him back.
You are not sounding like your coach, but no wala.
And in that, before his injury, right? Okay, he came back earlier than expected.
Okay.
And he's back. But had he already played games He was literally his goal find.
But so I mean, switch roles, right? Assume, see, as much as we say Osimhen is that important, right?
Yeah.
In terms of how we defend, our ability to defend, how we defend,
Yeah.
all I know is very important, right?
Yes.
Now, switch roles, right? Let's say it's Osimhen that had this injury that we are talking about, right? And there's a projection that he is back to grass training, right?
Drop him. I will say drop him. Don't take him.
Edwin,
I will say
did you hear this man?
See,
because
Edwin, what did you say?
I will say drop
Edwin, you
him.
go drop him.
I will gamble more on Osimhen than Olaino.
That's
You know why?
as important as Osimhen. That's how important Olaino.
You know why? You know why I'll gamble on Osimhen? I'll gamble on Osimhen more because in his absence, we don't have guys who will score goals as efficient as he is or something close to him. But in Olaino's absence,
yes,
you can mix and match.
Yeah.
You can mix.
See, you can mix and match.
See,
no, it's not an Frederick.
Even if it's Bright whoever, you can at least mitigate Olaino's absence to an extent. But with Victor Osimhen, this is a guy who our win ratio drops heavily without him.
Let me shock you.
So I think with Osimhen, I can understand with Osimhen, but with Olaino, now we have plethora of options in that position that can do at least 50-60%. But Osimhen, nothing.
Bro, let me shock you.
So
right?
I'm going with Osimhen.
Let me just speak on a statement that you said that in the absence of Victor Osimhen, we don't have strikers that can score goals.
Yeah.
Right.
No. I said
that's what he said.
I said efficient.
He said we don't have strikers that can score goals.
Efficient.
I want to address that. He said we don't have strikers that can score goals.
Efficient.
He did not. Efficient is not there yet.
He did there.
Our director. But long and short of it is that in Osimhen's absence, see, we do unnecessarily. We do an unnecessary disservice to our strikers, and I need to correct that as best I can. In Osimhen's absence, the problem we have is not our strikers. The problem we have in Osimhen's absence is our route to the strikers. Let me explain. Wait. No.
Okay.
Let me explain. After AFCON 2019, a national team set up its forward press. Right?
Yes.
We go with a striker that runs like a road freaking runner, doesn't stop, pushes. If the goalkeeper trap ball is in front of you, defender, he will pursue you to number 4 and up and up and up and up. That is Victor Osimhen's style of play.
Yes.
Right? His style of play. Now, it doesn't mean that Sadiq Umar, Boniface,
the new guys
are good. Now, they are strikers by their own right. They can bury the ball. However, if you don't have a road runner as a number 9, there are only 2 road runners in our national team, Victor Osimhen and Cyril Dessers. Right? In the absence of a road runner that starts the press up front efficiently, your midfielders have to be press resistant and able to soak the press and move the ball around. The moment that you're not pressing from the front,
you are talking as if even with Osimhen we have press resistance.
So that's what I mean, right?
The press is not even coordinated. Only Osimhen does the pressing.
So see what I mean? With Osimhen being on the pitch, right? It reduces how it shows. Say that block and that person is not effective. Take him off, right? And then our ears just open. Wow. So one thing that I said this after the game against DR Congo, right? That the coach has one job before AFCON. You have to find a way to either you find new midfielders or you find a way to work with your midfielders to make them press resistance. But as he finds that, right? Don't expect Osimhen might be fit for all of the AFCON. You get so does our AFCON end? If he is injured, they have to solve the midfield problem. How we press, how we let press bounce off us. If not, if anything just do Osimhen for one match, no, just pack our bag, change our flight ticket, they come back Alagbole.
Okay, so
wait.
You want to jump on?
And I get what you said, and I agree. You can see how Osimhen plays, triggers the press, even though nobody else is running after him, but he's the one. And Osimhen has one thing that every great player, let me not say forward, has. When I'm on the pitch, the aura basically makes the.
Ask Icardi now. Ask Maro Icardi. We won't case when Osimhen no dey there now.
They want to be scared.
Ask Icardi.
But I would say something. There's someone that in that midfield, I felt that when Osimhen starts the press, usually when he's around, he's not doing it as intense as Osimhen, but has misses and Dele Bashiro. he was out for our recent World Cup qualifying, whether dropped or injured, right? And we could just see everybody else is waiting.
That intensity is not there.
Around. Yeah. You can almost tell everybody we're not saying wrong with him. Just move forward closer to him.
Yeah.
You
think it's going to be key?
I think so. Now,
he will make the team definitely.
Yeah, he's there. If he doesn't,
the question is his brother, but he will make the team definitely.
But when he's around, right? I think our midfield almost automatically picks himself.
Okay.
Iwobi and Ndidi.
And
captain, those three.
Yeah.
If I use a midfield three,
yeah.
Those three just become our midfield three. And Osimhen triggering that press, how we become I know to this. Osimhen triggering it. I think everybody will just step up a little. Again, nobody's keeping that same intensity as Osimhen. But at least when you know that, okay, even if we pass the ball past Osimhen and you just look and Nigeria is closer to your face. You're more liable as a player to make mistakes than ever. Okay, no problem.
All right, let's talk about the coach. This is a man who said we didn't qualify for the World Cup because of voodoo.
Yeah.
His team was it enchanted? Is that the right adjective? They used juju.
Yeah, that's the best of them.
Yeah, sure you get. But Okechukwu with Eric Chelle, I'm more particular about his in-game management. Now. It doesn't. Now that's my fear. Now major tournaments are very intense. You need a very good structure and you also need proper in-game management because the margin for error is slim, particularly in knockout stage where one mistake you are out. It's not like football where you have another game to rectify your error. So I'm scared.
So in the first place, right? Coaches are their own worst nightmare. They are their own nemesis. Look, my club now. No, I don't mean Sporting Lagos. I mean Chelsea. And so my guy will just sit down, just decide that he wants to use his hand. He wants to use his hand to put fire on everything.
I will not take that.
And you understand? Good. Now, see, okay, example. Let me go back to DR Congo. I was pitch side, right?
Yeah.
Indeed, he had just played Nigeria versus Gabon.
Yeah.
For full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And then an extra time.
Yeah.
Full. Start to finish, right? The game against DR Congo, from the start of the second half, they introduced a second number 6, another press reserve number 6, and they were running rings around us in midfield. We could not touch them, we could not collect the ball. We will get the ball, and we are going to go route 1 from Wabali to Tolu, and would lose it, right? So we had a problem in midfield, right? And the Frank Onyeka and Iwobi have run themselves to the ground, pursuing ball throughout 45 minutes. Entering into extra time again, he still left Ndidi to complete the game, practically, right? Yet he had a Rafael Onyedika that just came off an amazing performance against Barcelona, playing as a number 6. That's my problem. So when we say that, does he have personality? First of all, I say with waiting there your bench, use them first. You get, and Onyedika was on that bench for all of 120.
For the life of me, I don't know why that guy doesn't get game time.
Yes. Okay. So I know there is. I know in our pecking order, I know it is Ndidi.
Yeah.
Then Frank Onyeka.
Yeah.
Then Rafael Onyedika. Yeah. But even if you want to maintain, people are arguing that's not meant to be the order, but it's not my business. Even if you want to maintain that order, right? If one person has worked his socks off, so this same error we saw it with Jose Pesero at the last AFCON.
Yeah.
Zaidu Sanusi had worked himself and got injured by the second game.
Even online,
they kept patching all the way to the final, and the goal we considered against Ivory Coast, the first error came from Zaidu Sanusi. A cross, not ball, clear ball. He chested it down to a Konovar guy. He just give him the ball just collect the ball, cross him, goal. He crossed the ball. He went over to the guy that eventually cooked Olaino. He just quickly put Maggi, put salt, cook Olaino, finish, and they crossed the ball. This guy scored.
That's a fit Olaino.
That's not even a fit Olaino.
Okay.
Olaino has been injured.
I want him to start.
Yes, he has also had a knock since the third game of the group stages. And they have been managing him and Zaidu. Yet at that time we had Bruno Oyemechi on the bench that can do a duty in left back. Coach, not just send them. And there's another player that was also injured. I've forgotten in our attacking position. And coach was not interested in playing any of them. You get, the coaches are their own worst nightmares. Right? If you took out in the asset of extra time because bros, no worry, I don't say you don't work tire. I want you to come outside. You get, Rafael Onyedika is by all intents and purposes works better in tight spaces. he is more pressing. I mean, it's not my place. We move. It's not my place.
All right, guys. Finally, with the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yeah.
What are our chances? The last time we were at the AFCON, we were finalists. Unfortunately for us, we were only good for the silver medal. Now, of the disappointment of not qualifying for the World Cup, because as much as we can talk about tactics, we can talk about systems and philosophy, I am one of the few people who try to marry both the psychological part and the tactical aspect, because I think humans play this sport. And because humans play this sport, you have to factor in the mental state of the players, the psychological state of these players. How do you think they will react at the AFCON, and what are chances of winning the AFCON? Again, I'm going to put mathematics on the table in terms of percentages.
Anyway, so I remember the AFCON came third, right? We
Yeah.
went into the AFCON with heavy expectation.
Yeah.
And we came third.
Yeah.
The last AFCON we went with no expectation.
Okay.
People thought that we might get knocked out of group stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because of what happened the previous one.
Because of the previous one, and also because of our World Cup qualifying.
Yeah, we didn't qualify for the World Cup
We
also.
didn't
Yeah.
qualify. It was
We
very
just
low
we
expectation.
just drew 2 games from
Yeah.
the World Cup qualifying.
So the
Lesotho
expectation-
and Zimbabwe just
and
before the
we
AFCON.
grew, we grew.
Yeah.
This one, we are certainly going into it with low expectation also, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's good for us because no expectation, you don't have both Nigeria and African media already hanging. We expect to see in the final.
Is it not a sign of how far we have fallen? When a country as big, quote and unquote, as big as Nigeria.
He's about to say let us fall.
Give me no expectation. If he gets me to another final and potentially gets us I don't want expectation. Give me no expectation. Let me just
So what you basically mean, Okechukwu, is that our players thrive better without pressure than under pressure. It means you are telling me we don't have players who can go into battle, and we saw it at the last World Cup qualifiers. That's what it basically means.
Okay, so let me first say this, right?
Okay.
Playing for Nigeria, no, make a range and well, make a balance talk am. Good. I need to look at my see. Playing for Nigeria at all, is pressure.
Okay.
Playing for Nigeria at all is pressure.
Okay.
You get. There's no tournament Nigeria goes into as people that you can push over or look over. You get. Everybody expects that Nigeria will always put up a good show. You get. And now dropping the analyst hat and wearing the fan hat.
Yeah.
We are going all the way to the final and we are going to take
goal.
Now dropping the fan hat and wearing the analyst hat. There's a lot we need to do to go the distance, right? We have some of our mistakes and issues we've had have been with us for years.
Yeah.
Those mistakes have not disappeared. They've been with us for years. And midfield problems, we've had it for years. Our channel of creation problem, we've had it for years. So up till now, how many goals do we score that it comes direct from midfield into the striking? We have had this channel problem for, in short, the last goal we scored that looked close to off midfield, I think it was Chukwueze to Osimhen for the game against Benin Republic. So it has. So we have had it problem for years, right? We have to find a way to handle our situation better. Or because every team in Africa did not go to sleep. They all woke up. They are all ready to mingle. You know, and you have Senegal, you have DR Congo. Let nobody mess with them. That team is solid. You have a lot of teams ready and coming for that title. So if we are going to want to go the distance, the players have to sit down. The coach has to sit down and say, let's drop the gamble. When we are on the pitch, let's get it done. Let us deliver. Because if not, how did they say they will carry us travailler for?
Baby travailler. Guys, you didn't give me your percentages.
No, me 100%. I'm winning it.
Is this the fan? Is it the fan hat talking or the analyst hat talking?
It's a combination of both.
I think we
20%.
Of winning the AFCON.
I'm putting every other country in it.
Yeah.
Maybe us 20%.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20% for us, then 80 for the rest.
Then the rest of the field 80.
That's a very good percentage.
That's disingenuous. Okay, Chukwu, because what you're basically doing is that
he has said that we win.
No, what he's done is he has lumped the remaining 23 teams
into 80 now.
Into 80.
And us alone 20. It means he has said we win.
Realistically, realistically, the remaining 23 teams don't have equal percentages to win. So let me use brain for me. Who are your top 5 countries favorites to win the AFCON?
Morocco.
Yes.
Morocco, Senegal.
Okay.
Yes.
Egypt, because Egypt is always
Okay, Egypt.
About,
Morocco, Senegal, Egypt.
I'm going to put
The defending champions, you don't consider them? Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Then Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria. So
Okay.
you have 5 countries, including Nigeria.
Those are his 5.
Yeah. So let's do the numbers.
Wait, make I pick my 5.
Okay.
Make I find my 5. 5 countries that can win it.
Yeah.
In first place, Nigeria.
Okay.
Then you have Morocco.
Okay.
Then you have Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
I've mentioned 3 now,
Yeah.
right? Then you have Senegal, because they are always
Yeah.
in with a shout.
Yeah.
You understand? And then this is going to sound, I don't really consider Egypt a serious threat.
Okay.
You understand? Now, if DR Congo makes it out of the round of 16, I add DR Congo to it.
Okay.
Because because I saw a team that didn't stop. Could smell danger and kept going at it. And then the last, I know I've mentioned 5,
Yeah.
but the last team I think is going to win the AFCON
Yeah.
is the Royal Bottling Company of Ghana, the Black Stars Bottling Company that are not at the AFCON. Thank you very much.
I'm happy you brought that up because you hear Ghanaian fans say we are going to do even the World Cup now they go now group stage now go now group stage. All right, guys, what do you think? Who will win the African Cup of Nations? You can leave a comment in our comment section. Follow, like, subscribe, share the gospel. This is Tribal Football, the road to AFCON 2025. I'm sure you had so much fun with us. We have more content lined up for you as we look forward to Africa's biggest showpiece. From me, Edwin, and the guys, see you next time.
See you next time, guys.